Well, welcome, folks. Thanks again for tuning in to today's live Dealer Refresh web chat, where we're going to be exploring dynamic inventory display ads on Facebook and Google, targeting and messaging the right person at the right time in the right place. I'm Ryan Girardi. I'm hosting today, and along with me, as you can see, is Dealer Refresh founder Jeff Kirschner. We have Andrew Street from Dealer Online Marketing Group, and Miles with a little bit of a silhouette look going today.
Real close.
But rest assured, he's got it going on. Miles, good to see you here as well. So Miles, thanks for setting this up with us. Folks, you're here because you probably found our sign-up page on today's event. Grab shoppers' attention with dynamic inventory ads, the right message, the right shopper at the right time. And we have a dual presentation today just because there's the technology side and the service side. And so Miles and Andrew will be able to distinguish that for us. And what we're going to look at is what dynamic ads really are and how they work, and what are the benefits to you as a dealership and as an agency as well. And then we'll get a sampling of what kind of performance to expect out of these as well. Now down at the bottom here is a link to the discussion forum. So as we've started doing for our webinars, is we create a discussion thread around it. And that way, from here on out, if you have specific questions or want to discuss anything going on in here, this is the place to do it, is get into the forums and you can post your questions. Miles and Andrew, Jeff and myself will all be able to chime in, as well as other people from the community.
Well, I'm going to start with actually kind of a pre-presentation here. The word dynamic gets thrown around in digital marketing so much that I want to make sure that we're all on the same page on what we're going to talk about regarding dynamic, and then we'll get into the actual content. So when we're talking about dynamic advertising and the content of this presentation, we're talking about this. This is our dictionary definition. Dynamic ad is any ad where meets these two conditions. Number one, the ad content changes and is updated automatically based on information from an outside source. So if we look at that in pictures, dynamic ads usually start out with a template, something like this, where usually it's vehicle inventory data can be swapped in and out. That's the dynamic component. And then these are updated automatically based on that information from an outside source, which in most cases is the audience who the ad is going to be served to. So that when the ad is served to Cameron in this example, she's been identified as an economical hatchback shopper. She's shown an economical hatchback. But when Lindsay sees the ad, it's served up to her. She's not shopping for a hatchback. She wants a midsize SUV. It shows a midsize SUV, et cetera, et cetera. We get to James and it shows the luxury sedan. So that's what we're referring to when we talk about dynamic ads. I'm going to pass it over to Andrew. He's on the agency side, so he's going to be able to talk about the actual management of these type of campaigns and the type of performance results you're going to be able to get. And then he's going to pass it back over to me, and I'm going to go through the more technical side, the how-to, how this all works, what are the components of putting together both dynamic display and dynamic search. We are going to cover both. And then you've noticed I've rated our content here. So most of this presentation, most of the stuff we're going to be talking about is rated G. It's suitable for all audiences, whether you're technical or non-technical. It's all going to be easily understood. But towards the end, when about halfway through the dynamic search portion of this, we are going to flip over to a very technical conversation that might be a little more technical than many dealers want to hear about, but it's going to be geared a little more towards the agencies that are attending this. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Andrew.
Thank you for your interest in this Dealer Refresh webinar. Grab shoppers' attention with dynamic inventory ads, right message, right shopper, right time. Featuring Miles Davis from Hoot Interactive and Andrew Street from Dealer Online Marketing Group. To continue watching, text Hoot to 555-888 or go to dealerrefresh.com/Hoot, DOMG. That's dealerrefresh.com/Hoot, DOMG.